Diamond TV.
Over Aquaba.
Yeah, now.
And Pumboko de
About the other Roman.
what are man on the Soccer.
So about the other Roman, it's Biaboko.
Udinari Kweku Gardener.
Mediani Kweku Gardener.
A unique and I said, Dear Papa,
Dean Papa, did to me Wednesday born.
Oh, okay.
Kweku Gardener, British West African.
Yeah, meet me.
We are a mobile, but that fancy for you.
Infant, we
Fantinipa.
And so a product of Sa, you know, Matiasi. Baumpum Boko,
I don't.
You and I brand of call into no common, you but when it till yan shadi. Ye Kweku Gardener, not we any pabane before say, who call a prison, or now you nipa bang.
Okay, I can't Kweku Gardener. Dear. Me bono tofa can say my past life was made up of addiction. Me fall a victim to the use of drugs, heroin and cocaine. And you know, it started very early in my school days in Achimota. Me 86 turn me call from one secondary school.
86. Achimota
secondary.
Nice, now we are brilliant students.
Yes. And you know, be form 2, form 3 na me benya my classmate bia the whole family ni papa a doctor. Into the whole family was using opiate. Drug be using me notice a boy no between 10:45 to 11 bia which is supposed to be a break or snack time no. To also look different. Ni a koko broni ni hwia sorry jina on in yoma. Inti me ben no na me bisansa na den no na time bia sa time we na wasa bisa no so hwe skasemo na me uska dia obeden obechem na me dada and say me uska
secondary school
form 1 dada and say me uska inti oni me konsa Achimota forest area inti okope dua bia se a games field area on a koshe me so wachichire nsa ama vein APA we yi syringe penicillin bottle or substance to wom no they are warning ho 5 ml until the warning ho no
1986
or the warning ho no amana anye den ansa wo mu Accra Accra na oseme so me try hwe na me so me try hwe na first day na me right from the beginning no na me sheda who change bia but on a day student and I'm a border until I had to go for lunch into a bad dining hall. Achimota so any girls at the table because a mixed school, 6 boys, 6 girls. A better table no so BS. Oh, and then I go for it. Missoni table head. Intimidate before. Sorry, now I'm on the table. Why are you into almost changing a honey in your man? Still almost. That lunch was kinky, fried fish and pepper. Not knowing I didn't almost say, my G, me dokno no 1 plate. And I'm fish ni pepper. No say me bu dokno na me hu plate no nti me de dokno no bo table no so.
Jesus Christ.
And I shame me nti eno na ama almost 3 no.
Two de na nim de e
there be me de me hu hwe until say sa omo sorry njira ho no na attractive prefects ba or there and 7 no say omo hwe de omo ye so they witness what I was doing na omo say me my enko prefect table ye call and ye bisa masema answer papa bia anya den emba nti omo decide say omo ma me corporal punishment bi me so adokunu bo no njina ho when behold me ni dokunu bo no nyina be hwe ase a me ni so team no na me wa Achimota hospital. Inti from a hono na me who said no no we dey but before me try say me give you that thing a test no na me ankasa ma witness people smoking Indian hemp
na me ba bebusa say sa thoughts no e dem ba ochi because as a normal person anam ho no e wo hunu so bia yesen I didn't na say o try nipa ni bi na was actually that
na me say one ye peer pressure 2 your adventure and 3 your curiosity because from growing up perception no your my say we there ya dey onum bia obebodam and I was me wo road bia me faso ekọ primary school de bia the same people wo de bia so omo hye omo mbodam na me hu se no ene me ankasa me use me ho as a sample space de ahwese wi na ebodam ana nti me wi no man start anye den man start in smoke me start wi na wo wi nso a the effect is higher than you smoke it.
Wouldn't run the go and man worry.
Yes, anytime bia obenu musuo bia charge you.
It's no then they call prison. Was it this drug addiction?
A
brain into no.
And the admin also drugs are very expensive. And addiction a process of use, recreational use, or abuse until you get addicted. My addicted so much say me yeden afi at any means possible no say me to menya a drone na me crave for no me so me we university nti me share dan ye adwuma nti the SM ya say me improvise strategies am de benya sika first me start peel free efifie me ma me de na de to ayira me ma me bag na me yi wo msa until me start say me tonton nyoma wo garage store the bar your cylinder na say me dey am repair eko TV no for taban etonton nyoma ne sa na afede me hu say no because omo wo me perception na me ne omo ehia etu anamo de bia no e be kire me say fiade de enye den yemfa nti me benya different perspective idea crosses say yemfa fiade de a na ese me de kwa abonte na abonte so me suro me ho nti ese me strategize proper crime bia be it false pretense and na bibia metumi aya ebe den ebe ma me sika no all right emfa problem mba nti me start with AMA me impersonate AMA nti me hu new project bia ye den ye develop pe amachina makotron
stop work
AMA stop work produce permit nti no anopa no me wo be 10 sites a mekwa by all means na me no be kan no mejiji me be ya to the extent say me be do baby afi de me nya lucrative site bia na me the AMA signboard be see our town and country planning government proposed site for area community hospital nti sa no cry ye wo dia based on deed of conveyance and abiding the man so you don't own the land transfer of ownership say o dia nka ye ne sa nti no me no be by your legislative instruments be encroachment ni other ones are you're going to that by relocation because abansa as na video so the see hospital ama community now on kwantino on relocate wo mo be relocate nti relocation ni bem na echo say de wo call papa si wo kaso baby asase so auto e wo East Legon you be forced to pay an amount for a positive area location ya hono ebi saamu ni e de chemi medical prison
na before Sobeko prison no o starti wo school ono no ma di wieye eko university an wie university abe adwuma nti unya na o family o muhunu say ade a wo mnie na ade na wo ye fa ho
per time no me mama ebe hu ye because I half parented me papa will way back 81 and some me go secondary school kra na me so nti me mama so ni kechira ne me nti no I to say on for hard hands and handle me. Oh, kweku me to me ko say obi ade ebia me ko fo obi ade ma koton ba me ba me si o ma say na ko say ye ade ni wen enimu ye de on open asomdwe ade na esen na wa kwekutua nti me benya confidence be said there may bia it will be taken care of
you be support so
emusa anso na me betena ho adwen say no yes, taxes need to develop a schools, hospitals, roads, then yoma. Mamisha 50 time I owe me 72. Up to present day time, it was somewhere 10 to 12 years back. Now Sikaya Gigi taxes over all this while. Now we cannot boast of about 100 hospitals like Kolebu in the whole country. No, nature says tax, no. Either it's being mismanaged and system no well organized. Inti mi ankasa me you see me ho
strategy onso ne onso budget tax ni na onso edi
sa se me so me wo
central government
there be me tete no inti me ben ketting it vat na me wo mates nso omo wo ho omo ye adwuma inti me ba Felix Charano pay me unya de o menye adwuma bi say me ntwa picture me yes sa kwekutena se me ba mafa audit letters be 20 we could say to me benya logistics ni nyina ye de call VAT outreach no nti no me ba we are indebted to the state with the VAT ka madam after 21 days company production you be closing it down men so faso bie ni ho ma me
sata no why ID card bi
me kutab mi angasa me graphics designer me kutab bia nti no ekuta VAT file Inti me pese me boa o de ka 300 million to a half 150 na ma me ankasa nso 5 million na me nyeden me ma paid receipt
just wetua ni
nyina inti me gigi ya to the tune of about 6.3 billion and after the omu notice sa receipt because books ni na o serial numbers inti omu ya omu de che me so omu kofa ubia ye beba o nchen ye be audit we be so okuta sa receipt paid no near the waba VAT office e be twa picture near the wako police station inti sequentially no omo be gada ho nti da kra no pa me pie be ko akope audit letters bi akoye me adwuma na mako cure me cravings kra enumpo no they didn't get me with any evidence so me the documents ni nyina ayede esie ewo mo washroom but adia erade ye ne de untumi en challenge me ID card eka me pocket
and e di hu ye onso on staff
there be
impersonation into yan
don't charge me for impersonation and causing financial loss to the state
say sika be 6 point something billion agye no na o de ye dem ma ho
me ankasa me hu de me dey satisfy me cravings. Apart from that, me were 2 girls, and I'm my wife and so ye caterer, but I underprivileged. Onya accident, am I trying 9 back home. In today, bia me fraud with me bia man. The first thing about my dream was say, because of how I'm too obsessed to the use of heroin and cocaine, I wouldn't live my lifespan. Until I say me jolly legacy be, Emma me yere enemy ba. Until me improvise. Education insurance policy ema me ba my show mu school ena oba no so me ye catering outfit kakra bi e de man no a mama yes
intino ye do ekọ afiase no ehọ no ekosesa anase e de na ekoye o ye nhwe afiase no so kakra
prison ewo edin keke say a correctional facility. But there is no aspect of correction per prison.
Yeah, me
started prison from 98. Mako prison 7 times. 2 years 7 times. So 14 years of my life in prison.
And no drugs, yeah,
drug related issues. Maybe they are near false pretense because the pen is a more dangerous weapon than the gun.
It's no who call prison 2 years no aba. No asako 2 years no aba no wan konya adwen sakra bia wo prison
there be prison ho no madam me pese me bisa wan kasa so sa question we say ahokyere ene oyaw esesa adwen ensesa hwe
ahokyere ene oyaw
ensesa hwe because wawo oyaw mu ache ama wenhu say by all means eyaw betwem ama emrepa nso aba Inti se udi yawa then ema ehaw emrimpa so beba na ahokyere because you are limited to some facility.
It's more or less like something temporal you are bravo.
Temporal. Yes, something temporal because by all means no better because me co prison first one no now correct logistics in place per facility now I'm friendly prison no as a correctional facility ewo ho a nka mamba nsa nkobio
into ko na what to say life in prison na it saying ukọ na still nya eyi ni bi heroin cocaine bi na nya bi
there ebe ya o yampo ni say wo outside now you are addicted to say me na ebia wo adwini say bibia ukọ dia ukọ akobre o ya chill one row fan say ya chill we baako ye jail 10 years na wo koyard ho no wakoto say we na ya chill na ye jail 10 years no egu apampa so te say wache e na ye ton. How will you feel?
E do be fie
omo guide you mo wa committee. They are creating an outfit
it's happening
you.
there.
It is there. Prison and sedatives and tranquilizers with stimulants inclusive are complementary goods.
Oh, prison.
Sanity. Prison be ni wa obekwa we ni ho. Prison be ni wa obekwa 225 ni sedatives ya sisi ekun amanfo get your into problems any ho.
Red net tramon
de
ka. Oh, prison so. To kwa unya bi wo ho.
Mama, cocaine mpo mi nya bi wo prison.
I know sano now ye dey nto because who ni sika na dey sika fi abonten e bre wo prison wa
de sika san na mama omo de be bre wa ensa eduane na de ope na obe bre nam tikura ope ata obe chia ya de mu 10 acre square yard nsa o ma se na meka obe chia unya but ye wo enyoma bi wo ho ye money making ventures. Se me nko prison no na me nim dampo se wo be ko prison wo be nya access to phone. And I mean super me intelligence ni me false pretense ya me ye na me nya phone to we to say. Me ko prison with a coin, a bar with a pack of money.
Maybe Oko prison ho unya access to phone no.
Yes.
Now the business.
Of course. Fraud and your business be me ye fraud.
Sister new London ni bi.
Mama say no put the cheap cellular fraud. And no put the local. Yeah, connect ne so achi client deny you juma but to the extent that video ube here na say IT room with computer school or prison. The officers, if they are well paid and everything, and come access to computer 30 minutes, my wife just come on when you be ready. Obi ko prison or nika, or to me wo prison or talker a year juma no abonte because of all this.
Hey, into officers ni aware. Omo no de IT lab na ma. Faculty fraud de brand na fa me share mami.
Na phone no kra no your officer. O man is kase o perform abeko akoto abro. See. The security is loose. It's being influenced by money. Value. Our prison Inti bibia yeska. Yenso yati asese bibia yeska.
So ska live good or prison. Inti no sa ye to da yete ese we ye public figure bi we amanyoni bi ye na ko prison yes we no de VVIP treatment onko da yi sadimfo nim sebe facha me dan andi pagum bebre no ana ye no kre won
mama sa perception ni na me highlight bi o kakra mvan se chikata omo any causing financial loss to the state for omo ye de omo ba preferential difference pa de omo ye fa omo mba cells. What I say? Okay. Because they said they all come first and they look like cell ni overpopulated biama. Inti ye de omo ebe call infirmary or health post bi ho ye sparsely populated kakra. But a hokra no hospital woda you are in handcuffs, you are in metal doors locked and any difference because no more me psychological headache change best
yen call the crimes na esi e wo prisons one no na medwene ho a menti ase na ese mo the phones no eye business
the phones no me fi abroche na ba me ma me number ese me frɛ o ni nyina ye prison na prison wo momo wo mobile money is active in the prison.
Aye yiska.
Yeah. Mama. Bibia or
na eno intino officers no mutimi somo mo kwa abo se do ka obitimi kokoto phone inte bitimi kwa abo nti kodi dwa brem
edwa na edwa mpo de say illegal. Yeah, come more illegal aspects because your trend wo open your ma bia your days Thursdays and Tuesdays and Thursdays obetro market usika da arrow administration yebekwa akototo atiti efim eno danchen ene ewo undercover business nso officer na my the phone share radio money in your man na de ba
yeah share na che say prison anko sesan e ko
prison no nyese me pe na ansesa me obi a obeko prisoner or say okosesan no positively na 1 out of 100 ena a fashion style so obi a ko prison no ba so be to say we hu nyame because you will not be accepted into communities. Stigmatization here one and look at this Jima and Benjilo and things way. They are the same old people and they look even dirtier than now they used to be.
Inti me pese me bodi na ko fa sama mbem ka mba be ma o mfa nto ho ba ku bia na nse ko ba yi a ne di nyina asesan ya o se yi na yen hwa de inti no 2 years 7 times 14 years in prison wa ba bontene so life after prison is saying that it's here.
Mama, life after prison hasn't been so easy because one senka me ba back no and a prison to Mrs. Sam, me a better off. Because my major problem that took me to prison was addiction. And addiction, so a brain relapsing disease with an obsession, with an extreme compulsion to use mood altering substances. Inti me say ya much me ako prison me exposed to sad Papa Ben na mudi ayeme. Munya me papa biya. Aside we no so no freedom, in addiction, you will be a friend triggers. Trigger, bibia, a show negative influence. Ama we fee a quine now or nam so. I want to recover. Recovery has been my path to endeavor to reach the highest peak. Fine. But your pride, your freedom, your anger, nyoma ebeden ebetwun efi sa okwan no so especially narcotic anonymous say if you are in recovery you should forever remain unprofessional. Say we a doctor when you are in recovery you don't perform as a doctor. The reason and the sense behind this ne say one kasana yes you used to work as a doctor outside recovery. And no net trigger we got into drugs and hard money. Now see yes age me na how would you feel? Until numpo would trigger you to go back. I stayed in prison for more than 2 years. APA by the first day I had freedom, me sign you sue.
The first day now me free prison by now me you sue. So they you sue harder than what into.
Funny say me use mpo hono was passive, but me PA no very active because of the joy having come out of prison.
That's when your freedom being it.
That is the joy of freedom. Sanity.
It's no me who say share chosen rehab. For a sister was chosen,
we were chosen.
Okay, or more what into Siano, Sena, it's here.
Chosen Rehab, organization, Dinanka say chosen generation of Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Organization with 3 mission statements. Your projects here 3. 1. We are into rehabilitation of drug addicts and alcoholics into potential icons for nation building. Now a science war orphanage. Now generally we rescue the perishing and show care to the dying.
Okay.
Be beer your how beer it will be we embrace it and father it for you. Intino I checked into chosen rehab. And I chosen rehab no so I didn't go there myself because medical mawati says addiction ya dreamu yare. Inti for as long as your psychological inertedness is impaired, you cannot think good to change.
Exactly.
It takes only divine favor. Say udibe who say
I have a problem.
Kuma said to first time and yesterday I said there be. And even when you come to that self-realization, the first step into recovery, one kasaun to me too should be a God factor. Inti we believe in the faith-based concept of recovery more than the Western medicinal resource. There hasn't been any success story when it comes to Western medicine. Instead, no, a maobedani cross addict you be a mako facility ni mo with ebia heroin and cocaine. sisi me pese me jai definitely I'll feel the withdrawal symptoms into hospital no the omo be ya ni say omo be wo sedatives lagatin amitriptyline ni nyoma amawada
o de yemfa the rehab process no and
rehab ya na me wo mu
ye de no me ba ye de no beto nchen kakra say conversation ye time no call but ye be try say be prolong e bia ochina ye betimi ato aso ne ahwe the rehab side no fine but ma me hwa de ba ho Thursday I'll wrap prison 2 years 7 times but the first 2 years no the first day na wrap prison no. How was the feeling like?
I felt very resented. Say, Obia pow me. Kweku ma pray, ma ntie. Ma yaso this ma prison no mo kana. First I knew prison per book. But it has been practical. Now me sign warm. And moreover, and I could hear of people like G-Man and this Abekus, those people. But today I am seeing them. I live with them. I drink the same water. We eat the same food. Inti mianka sami will say no, I've gone too far with myself. But as to how me breachy gap no,
as what prayer
jimeni so. No. Sisi a den pa na me ya me sign aba me that day.
It's no busa ho sa asem bi say no na prison ho yenya ntie se ebi vocational training no mo skills training no mo nyema hodro ho bibia nka wo say sanyoma we me fa me ho enkodom we bia no kra betimi aboa me ewo kwan bi so sa adwen na ma uchi
there be sa adwen na mba mitimu simply because omo was areas were not proficient in any way. I had to say they were just using that opportunity as occupational therapy because when you saw no waste time because officer no crown or metal shop no on chire we juma ma won chain no what did they make an say I na juma so awoya logistics say odi any ho de e be den na we di mu no
it's no first 2 years now called prison that time no worry
there be na me worry
na worry na won wo yen so but o call ye no na o maame na oba prison ho ba be sha ebusuafo na omoba prison ho be sha
ebusuafo ba me maame de me maame abre me ho pa because on say me dey there be waka baby nti all she was hoping and praying for was to see me sober like this nti de bia me nya opportunity ni say I have to talk about my past in relation to who I am today. I give it up to my mom because she has been a source of encouragement. Mama, we are there with face to the extent that my headmistress or kwe juma or betro kweku, if you perchance take this TV for drugs, where will you spend eternity? Property say all on your that territory unina. It's who say at a point in time, to meet now, who said no, I've killed my mother.
So you say o ma me dia rewho ne atete sa no di ko owum
na mama education officer Greater Accra Regional Director for Home Science Methodist Ghana marriage counselor na ne ba etise ya obeda ubenya hoto
intenuafo na mododro yes
yeah 5 3 boys with 2 girls banyamia frame mu miensa nti yensu ya kamienu my sister menena kanu ni ha o Texas okay me nkwa na me ha mama efie nyina ya ton
wona auton
Tesano ha ya Golden Spoon opposite
prime area say
this Golden Spoon opposite e ofie 2 or Tesano Golden Spoon opposite we won say efie bia pranica na Sadama ni yogi ewo mu me fie no no efie ameton ye no me papa ne biquity prop say me papa who 81 nti I opening the bar because of the drugs no all I wanted was money nti me papa vesting assent transfer of ownership bibia me na me ye am ton fie
abrana ebusuan obi eni
there be I don't know letters of administration ne wo me ho me wieses for minim we no nyina where to go how to nti no me na me apply for probate
into ma me hu say efie na moton na mutimu ana
efie na meton ne nya fie a ye timu
na mutimu bana ye mo property
be papa Oh, me papa or fear me no or other wives, but me mama pen a wedded. Ain't you know? Or you're so inclined to hear and say, or person on your day, or more obianya baby engineer so no ankasa wide with film. And if you know the or chiche my properties be obiani ni the to unim se cars with other new audia, unim se we son be ye.
It too tone you know. O de scan here there o koma o koma busuafo ma me no nua
there be na so mo me ni o mo ni asem
ntu nko na afa
there be me ton scan addiction no mama etinam di kaka say adwimu yare a
and you just any substance na out na no boy dem pa
mama drug me no me day no say and there make us 500 cedis
5 million.
5 million.
A day.
5 million no is just in the morning. Because raw cocaine no gram back is almost 400 cedis. And a heroin very cheap. About 1518 200 cedis. And it's that time no. I say me 1 gram rock and a half or a 1 tie. Because rock no tranquilizer at the same time stimulant. Inti no a speeding rate of reaction to me boy no pe now won't stay sober. So nya heroin no now they normalize it. So the two are complementary drugs that go together with different effects.
Na eno sa no mu obebi amotono.
Your baby a tono.
Oko ha obenye biato.
Obenye biato sisi Accra kwa obenye biato. It's been an ancient business, mama.
Fritete.
It's just like prostitution. Because coca is a plant. They say the ewo cocoa. Colombia almost cash crop no. And a pea plant no so from Venezuela and Pakistan.
But now oh yes saying na him say ye chill say who use these substances cry na you bet me do out now we are
mama me nim say the law on these things doesn't allow you freedom after you've been caught. Inti no me use nyina no and I'm in pet disturbances. And you're women addicts who look good and look nice. And I'm a gentleman. I know how to propose to you. And I'm emotional. Intimate you sue or get to know. No. Oba Biaba, too decent young man, Mr. Would you mind helping me with the rock? Can you do this? No. I'm always in my house. I was smoking. Me the befie me nom me ti onima de chrono. Until so who said Nyoma be ready and Nyoma be coso na baba be catches the police station at a point in time opened up to mama monum cocaine.
And who opened up to mami I catch and say mami num cocaine. What was her reaction?
I had already fallen victim to addiction. In some moment and some moment to cry me catch and me penewiano. Some moment now me catch and mama say no me penewiani be asa kotribi. Yewo narcotic anonymous saying be say 1 is too many and 1,000 is not enough. A cocaine, heroin, substances are you use no. Ye not satisfaction be our home. A euphoria on a career son. Just take it like this. Addict are ready to use any substance they call cocaine. Because why obsessed to the name, to the extent say they need to impose way a poison now, your friend cocaine now, obey use. And I first day feeling no as an addict, any gusu chase ya up to and there, I devastated your life. The first day you had the taste, that obsession, no, and it be renew all your life.
No, who can't say first day at Chimota Secondary School? Are they students? We bought half or they have my work. Who got tea with you and another bobo table so a dinner. And can't you say this thing is not good?
Mama, I know in particular wasn't heroin and cocaine. I know opium. Good. Opium comes from the opioid tree. A diabetes say cannabis and so and they pass it through titration and pipetting different substances. Yes. I know you're different. I was looking for a resort per hire yes, scentless. You cannot trace because
and run say me feelings no.
That's all. And dear a prompted sa desire for sa feeling beginning ni pa Achimota a mixed school. And you can imagine good girls around now. And a Saturday be entertainment, sometimes Friday night to Saturday. And entertainment is some kind to say every boy should have a partner in a girl's house. In France, me free Cadbury House. Achimota School, Cadbury House. Your girls in Clark House. You don't have to have a girlfriend in Sleza. No.
That was a
Clark. How do you work it out? Your look, your confidence, and your talk.
And you thought, say, that didn't bit me arguments.
Mama, a man will edge bia, be new one. One said that day you look more romantic than even Solomon.
Hey, Semben Crane, Kwaku Gardner, and your time in us. Into your conversation, we see her and name. But I'm still or China to Uncle Monoswate.
No problem. A person before Quenya way, so I appreciate your papa Apostle Kobe Washington, who has been a light unto my feet and a lamp unto my path. Because Papa no wakuma kesiye so much for a person like me. Say no matter how cold I become, no, or person making sure say you can do it, and that edge keeps driving me as to how far I've come to. Inti Erade enshra no.
Amen.
Erade mbie kwan ema no.
Amen.
Erade nya na koma so ade ema no. No ntonsi opagu ni sa no adwuma bia.
Amen.
Diamond TV.